This is a great label maker, BMP21-PLUS. It is very versatile. The cartridges are a bit confusing and getting the right one isn't the easiest. I mostly use black on white vinyl, M21 500/595 weight, which is a basic white label with black text, and black on white self-lam vinyl, M21 1500427, which I use to label cables and wires. When I first bought this, I had the intention to use decent NiMH rechargeable batteries. As shown, it took 6 of them all in series, which wasn't a problem. Used it for a while and realized the batteries didn't seem to last all that long. This was beside the fact that the battery indicator on the unit only had 2 segments to show the state of charge. So I looked into it further. I hooked the unit up to a programmable power supply and came up with the following battery state: less than 7. 1 volt battery showed empty 7. 1 volt, 7. 6 volts showed almost empty 7. 6 volts showed battery is full power consumption on, no backlight. 8. 8 mAh on, with backlight, 24 mAh printing, tilde 380 mA to 400 mAh, tilde 35 microamperes. Once the unit goes below 7.0 volts, it won't turn back on. The backlight will flicker once when you hit the power button and that's all you get. This may be the way it done to help protect their lithium-ion battery from getting too low. Either way, thought I would point it out. Besides that, here are some pros and cons for the unit. Pros: reliable printing. I have run a few tapes through and haven't had an issue with one yet. The backlight is nice and bright. Can see everything just fine in daylight as well. Different printing types. You can choose from landscape, portrait, wire wrap, patch panel, fuse panel, as well as a few others. Feels nice and solid. For the price, you definitely feel like you got a good bit of kit. Easy to cut the labels with either your left or right hand. Might be small, but some other units only have the cutter buttons on one side. With this, you don't have to shuffle the unit around just to cut. Maybe small, but I found it a nice feature to have. The cartridge mechanism is very nice. It's easy to pop out the old cartridge, and throw in a new one. Cons: the price of cartridges is expensive. Some label modes have excessive white space at the edges, even when you try to specify very little to no white space. Max label size is 75 inches. Big enough for anything I need, but worth pointing out. The battery life with NiMH. They should think about having a menu selection or something that would switch between battery types that are being used, so you could get more life out of them. Can only print 4 lines. On some label types, there is a ton of white space left after the 4th line, which is just unused real estate now. Lithium-ion battery and charger are sold separate and also expensive. On top of that, you have to remove the lithium-ion battery from the unit to charge it. Not sure how that is practical, but that's how they say it must be done. Very slight drain on the batteries when the unit is off. At 30 microamperes current draw when off, worst case, you could maybe expect 1 mAh drain from the battery a day. With a decent NiMH battery having 1800 mAh, it should take it a while to get all batteries in series down to the 7.0 volts mark. This is of course ignoring batteries that tend to self-discharge quicker than others. Click link in description for more reviews.